Hello friends, it's Laura here from The Change, and I just want to welcome you to our mini-series of minisodes. We're bringing you a selection of our interviews from across seasons 1 to 3. We've spoken to some amazing women, and we thought, well, why not take some of the bestest of the best bits and bring them to you in little sneaky snippets while we get busy preparing season 4 with a whole bunch of new interviews. So have a cup of tea, sit back and have a little listen to some of our highlights with some great banter and chats with some brilliant women. We'll catch you soon. Bye.
This week we hear the best from Faye and Lauren, the mother-daughter duo behind Motto Fashions. We interviewed them in Season 3, Episode 3. Enjoy.
So it was fantastic that we collected a whole bunch of fantastic influencers that are all different shapes and sizes. That really helps people see what the clothes might look on them, because we're only small, you know. Yeah.
I also love that you're using a range of ages of women, because I found you guys through Maz Lifestyle. She is just a hilarious woman, but she's in her 60s. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she just loves fashion. Like, she thrives on it. And for me, I'm not in my 60s, but seeing older women still being incredibly fashionable and current is just wonderful, because we often feel quite invisible in that world. So
we hear that a lot.
Yeah, because Faye you turned 70, I believe, and it was at the same time as my mum turned 70. And so I was showing my mum all your amazing outfits that you were trying on. And I was like, look at this, Faye's so cool. And I think it's really inspirational to look ahead and go, oh, you know, you can totally rock 50, 60, 70, 80, you know, age is but a number, and it's good to see.
Well, it is, and it's actually how you feel. It's got everything to do with how you feel, because if you're not going to be comfortable in it, you know, like someone says, oh, you can't wear a short skirt because you're such and such. If you don't feel comfortable in it, no, you can't. But you might be 20 and not feel comfortable. You might be, 40 and feel really bad in it, but you look amazing, but it's all about how you feel inside. So a lot of it is just a feeling, which is incredible. Yeah. I'm 70, wow. I never think for a minute, gee, I'm 70, I better not wear that. No way. But that's how people think. We actually have people on our Facebook page saying, hey, I'm, 50, should I still be wearing this? We're thinking, huh?
We're like, yes.
Yes.
Who are you asking? And but if there might be a conservative, or call them conservative, I don't know, just a different personality in there, and they may think that's absolutely awful. I mean, I have people tell me I can't wear what I'm wearing because I'm too old. Like, huh?
You're like, excuse me?
Yeah.
I'm wearing
rocket.
And I look hot. Can I just say that?
You do. Totally, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is a really perception, but it's all what's in our minds. Our minds actually create it, and around fashion it definitely does, sadly, because we think everyone can rock, whatever, and they don't even give it a try half the time just because they think they're too old.
Well, I think that is it, what you're saying. It's about how we feel, like the confidence that we have in ourselves. If we feel confident, we don't care what other people say. We don't care that, someone says, don't wear that short skirt or whatever, because you feel confident. Whereas I won't feel very confident. So I'll be like, oh, maybe I won't wear that. It's when you're feeling confident that you can wear whatever you want. And if I'm not feeling confident, I might not wear bright colours or something like that on any given day. I might just wear my really beige neutral wardrobe because I just want to hide away into the shadows. Whereas actually probably they're the days that I need to rock the confident colours, because sometimes when you put them on, that comes out as well.
Yeah, your personality comes out. There's so much in that.
Yeah, no, but clothes have the power to make you feel a certain way, right? And I think people can underestimate the power of good clothes or fashion and kind of make it seem like it's an irrelevant, silly thing. But actually, feeling good in what you wear is really important, and you are both helping women to feel good, which is a superpower.
Yeah, but we hope so.
We want our clothes to really portray a sense of confidence. And I think that, Motto is really about bold styling. And we find that women, they've sort of they have their babies and everything's about their kids. And when they're in primary school, you just want to be comfy. You want to be able to lift them into the car and do all that stuff. But then as soon as women sort of hit that age where maybe their kids don't rely on them as much anymore, then suddenly they're going, well, what now? And I think that people can really lose themselves in that moment. And that's kind of when they come and find all these bright colours that they haven't worn for so long. And it's really exciting. It's like getting a whole new perception on life. And that's when people start to get a little bit, they start to take more risks with their fashion and they love it and it's addictive. And then it kind of continues on.
I found I was going through that stage. So I had 3 children under the age of 4, and I lost myself as soon as, I don't know what it was, as soon as I handled the kids, you know what I mean? I totally didn't know who I was, and I had to reinvent myself because I was just wearing black, actually. In a cool way, mind you, but just wearing black. So I wanted to experiment with more colours. And it did actually change my world, really.
And I guess that brings us to your current campaign, which we absolutely love. So it's Welcome to Your Effort Era campaign. And as I said, we love it as women in our midlives who also we love clothes. We know that creeping sense of invisibility and being told what you can and can't wear. So what made you come up with that campaign? And, how's it going and what's next for it, I guess?
It's going well. It's resonated really well with customers. And I guess the purpose of that is we needed something that was going to stand out, because we could have used words like, embracing women, feel confident, feel empowered, but those words really, they don't have impact because people use them and they don't mean them. So we wanted something that truly was a bit of a shock value, that made people stop and actually think about what they're doing. And I think Faye really is the ultimate F-it era poster child. She's literally about to go up into all of our stores as big banners in the window. With
exciting.
You knew that. Oh, well, now she knows. Go to a shop, go to a Motto shop, you'll see it. Because it needs to be a topic and it needs to be spoken about, and women and men do feel invisible when they get to it just happens, right? And it takes everyone quite by surprise. And I think it's time to stop that, because we're all going to get there. We're all going to feel it. So let's change the narrative around it, because it's the people around us potentially that I don't know, that maybe are contributing to the way that we're feeling. So let's say it loud and proud that we're not going to stop being us. You do you, and it does not matter what your neighbour thinks or what your daughter thinks. You've got to do you, and that is ultimately the effort era.
Yeah, you do you is my favourite line actually at the moment, because people just hold back, and it's all it's holding back themselves and their own lives.
And life's too short.
Oh,
No, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's such an important message, isn't it? And the thing is, I've read lots of things about ageism, and it's the only ism that we all experience, but because a younger woman is just an older woman in waiting, right? So we're all going to be old women eventually. So why would you say to an older person, you can't wear that, because that's going to be you? Why would you? It's such a short-sighted thing to say, isn't it? And think.
Yeah, and we've noticed with our communities, because we can get very close to these people, so it spreads far and wide. But we've noticed that once women truly start to wear what they were too scared to, and then they try it and they find what fits for them and what works and what makes them feel good, they kind of blossom into this empowered and confident, and it's like another person comes out. It's like their alter ego actually comes out that they've been too scared to tap into. And the clothes are almost like that costume that can bring it out. And we've seen it time and time again when we've dressed women, or, it's been a relationship on social media. They have completely transformed, haven't they?
Oh, they have. What I love is the fact that I don't know if I love this part of it, but, we all think that we, as we age, we disappear and we become invisible. But you know what? That's our responsibility. I'm not saying Motto, but I'm saying all women to take that responsibility. So who's going to make that difference? What, are people going to start looking at you for no reason, or just knowing you're alive? You know what I mean? You have to project that, and you have to be that. So you create that essence around you and you bring it with you everywhere you go. And I think fashion helps that.
Oh, definitely it does.
Yeah, 100%. We did an episode in season 2. Kathy and I were talking about this theme of dressing as you get older, and there was a piece in, was it The Cut, Kathy, I think it was, and they were talking about how, you know, you should, as you get older, wear more demure pieces, and we kind of discussed it and were like, I don't think we agree. And we were talking about you, and I think, no, you should just wear what feels comfortable. And it's such a shame. I think personally, through my 20s, I used to hate my arms and legs, and I always used to wear far too much clothing. And so now I don't. And I've never had so many little short frocks in my wardrobe, and now I'm in my mid-40s and I don't care.
Yeah, you're in your effort era. Well done.
Yes.
Actually, before the effort era, you know, I can't believe I had, not that I want to bring cancer into it because it's just happened 12 years ago, but what I learned through that was the fact that I used to do that to myself, and now I look back at photos, you know, I look back and I think, why didn't I just love myself back then? I look hot, you know, whereas you do that right throughout your life, and then you get to a point where you're old, wrinkled, and, you know, you don't know what you're doing, and you think, okay, I should have taken
should have appreciated that.
Yeah.
I should have showed those legs, and I should have gone out and wanted my
I saw like a meme or something on Insta last night that said, I wish I was as fat as I thought I was when I was 16 and as tired as I thought I was before I had kids.
Yeah. So true. All those young, beautiful girls that have such low confidence. And I know that it's such a common experience for young women. And you look at them and think they're so gorgeous, and they're like, oh, no, I'm fat, or whatever it is. And, you know, I felt exactly the same. It's, same as you. Yeah. I look back at photos and go, oh, what a waste. Oh, what a waste.
Yeah, but then
what a waste of time.
But then I think as well, like, of course, they're influenced by things around them. And I think it's part of being that age. But, you know, what if they started seeing their mum and their aunties and other women in their lives, their teachers, dressing like they were rocking every single outfit through? What if they saw their teachers be completely confident from within? I'm sure there are many out there that are, so I'm not saying they're not, but, you know, so many girls see their mums saying, oh, I don't look good in this, or, oh, I look a bit fat, or, I don't know, things like that. But, you know, it really, like, let's change that dynamic. That's what the effort era is about. It will trickle through, but, like, we've got to be empowered as the mature women to be changing that narrative, because our kids aren't born with those thoughts.
That's right.
They just, you know, so, like, I feel like this could be a complete movement, and people just need to really be themselves, because there's a lot of different people out there. We don't have to fit into a box.
No.
Thanks for listening to The Change, a fully independent podcast. Whether you're seeking inspiration, curious about change, or just here for the great banter, we'd love you to make The Change your new go-to podcast.
And even better, send us your voice notes or questions about change. We'll use them on the show. Email us at changepod2023@gmail.com or DM us on Instagram at _change_pod. Find us wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram for more on The Change.